Hello world watchers, welcome to part 2 of Big OGGIE's meal deal. I know, whatever I can call it. Now, currently in the oven is the apple crumble tart, apple crumble cake, which will be done in about 10 minutes. So we're just going to get this bit started for today's recipe. You would have seen that recipe hopefully already a couple of days ago on the channel. This one I found in the Good Food app, healthy app, but we'll never make clean quite as healthy as they do. This is balsamic beef stew with veggie mash. Now their veggie mash is basically potatoes and swede boiled together, mash them up. I would say knob of butter, plenty of salt and pepper, lots of butter, plenty of salt and pepper. There's your mash, okay? So I'm not going to show you how to make mash, it's not exactly difficult. If someone wants me to teach you how to make mash, I will do, but it's not necessarily on this video. So we're going to do the balsamic beef stew, which for all intents and purposes goes in the oven for about 3 hours or so. It's a low, slow cook in a casserole dish. Now, unfortunately, because of filming purposes, we're using an induction little hob here, and it doesn't work with that casserole dish. So assume that this is the casserole dish, everything goes in here the same way. You can do this on your top of your oven, top of your stove, and fry it all off and everything in there. I'll be doing that here and transferring over there. So what we're going to do, the ingredients will be listed below as you know. The idea basically first is 2 large onions. I've had to have 1 medium one, 3 little white ones and a red one which I found. And we're going to put it in here with a little bit of olive oil, fry them off for about 8 minutes until they're golden brown. Do you need to see that? Probably not, but I'll show you a little bit as we go. Just a little bit of olive oil, tablespoon or so, small glug. These are just onions I've chopped up, they'll break up again even more. Pop them in there. I'm going to fry them off slowly until they're golden brown. Don't let them burn, give them a stir from time to time, make sure they're okay. So I'm just breaking these up a little bit, coating them in the oil. If you read a recipe, it'll tell you how long it takes to do this, but quite frankly, you do it by eye. They're saying 8 minutes, it could be 10, could be 12. Take your time. I'll come back to you when these are golden, and a little bit maybe pink, because we do have a couple of red ones in this too. Okay, if you see behind me, you'll see the cake is now at the oven, so I've just lowered the temperature down to 150 if you've got a fan, 170 if you haven't, gas mark 3. Okay, so let's go let that go down. So like I said, this is going to now go in the oven in a while. So that's your onions, kind of golden now, cooked very slightly but nothing serious. I'm going to put it back on. Now we're going to get 2 cloves of garlic. Well, 2 cloves of garlic when we use paste is 2 teaspoons. So we get 2 teaspoons of garlic. This is just so much easier than doing it normally. There we go. Okay, that's that one. And with that now, we're going to add the meat. We've got 700 grams of, well, stewing steak to all intents and purposes. Picked up from the butcher today. They're saying their healthy edit, which is their recipe. Lean, I would say, don't worry too much about that. Fat is flavour, yeah? So, the idea now is to just pop this in, give that a little stir, get that garlic around those onions, pop the meat in, and then we're going to brown it all off. Turn up the heat, keep with it now. Don't move it around too much, allow it to brown, move it about then, okay? Now we brown this off, then we're going to put it all in the pan. Give this a bit of a mix up. Got all those onions and that beef incorporated. Got it brown off. Just adding a bit more colour to your meat more than anything else, searing some of the meat off. Breaking up a little bit. Now this has already been pre-cut, so it's in little bite-sized pieces. Just get it from your butcher. Stewing steak. Hanger steak would work for this, skirt would work for this, chuck steak, whatever you want to call it. So low and slow, it's going to take its time. So I've mixed all those onions in now, just going to brown all that off properly. Okay, so we're back. So the meat is now browned off, everything's looking really good. Obviously this has to all go in here, so think about it in there still. We have 10 grams of porcini mushrooms, dried porcini mushrooms. You can get them in pots or jars. We're going to put 500 millilitres of boiling water into them, just to rehydrate. I've just boiled this kettle. There we go. 500 mils. Just leave them in there to just seep away for a few seconds. Now, to this, we now have to add our other ingredients. Remember, this is all going to be in there, this should be in here. So this is a really good balsamic vinegar, but use whatever you've got. I always suggest you use the best you can find or you can afford. 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I love balsamic. I mean, it's just wonderful stuff. It works fantastically with onions. If you can find balsamic onions anywhere, I think they're Balsamic onions, then just get some because they are amazing. Christmas comes, we'll actually buy a big tin of them. I know, a tin. To that we add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. No particular brand, this is just the one I found at the local shop today, so that's all I had today. Okay. Perfect. Just give these mushrooms a little stir. Okay, so that's the mushrooms all done. So you're going to add all this in, it's all flavour. So you're making a kind of mushroom stock, I guess, really. Luckily this pan's big enough to put all this in. There we go. Now, to that, you add a couple more little herby ingredients. 2 teaspoons of vegetable bouillon powder. We always got this in the house, it's great stuff. 2 teaspoons. Bit of extra maybe. 2 teaspoons of that. And just a 1 teaspoon of English mustard powder. Beef and mustard go really well together. Not going to liven up too much, it just all adds to that roundness of flavour. Put that in there just to get everything out. There we go. Perfect. Now, just give all that a stir, get it all together. Also going to do that in the main casserole in a second anyway. Now I'm going to move this to one side. I'm going to put this in a casserole dish to add the other larger ingredients because obviously there's not a lot of room in here. Okay, so now we've got the main casserole dish. I'm going to pour all this loveliness into the dish. Making sure not to waste any because that's all flavour. There we go. Now, to that, you add 200 grams of mushrooms. These are chestnut mushrooms. I quartered them so they're very large because they're going to go down to pretty much nothing. Again, as like kind of mushroomy, almost beefy flavour that's going to be happening here. I know a lot of vegetarians use mushrooms instead of beef, so give that a little stir. Lastly, we're going to add in our carrots, okay, and 3 or 4 sprigs of thyme. So we're just going to stir this up, make sure everything's combined. The vegetables in here are going to go down pretty small by the time it's come through the cooking process. So it's opposed to just a stew, it's more of a stewed beef with extras, okay? And your main veg is going to happen in this is going to be from your mash, which I said before at the start, is predominantly a swede and potatoes all boiled together, mashed together with butter and salt and pepper, etc. And also you can do some broccoli on the side, some cauliflower on the side, any other veg you want really. But predominantly this is going to be a stewed beef as opposed to a beef stew. Yes. So a little bit of salt and pepper into this. Okay. I'll find the pepper in a second when I put it away. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'll find the salt. Salt. Mix that up. Now we're all done, except just add those sprigs of thyme into the end. Just want to pop them in the top. We know where they are later. Okay. Right. Put a lid on. The job's done. Let's keep it in the oven for at least 3 hours. Like I said, low and slow until the meat's tender. Okay. If you've checked it in 3 hours and it looks a little bit dry, a little bit thick, add a little bit more water, or even make a little bit of stock up and put that in as well. It depends how loose you want it. But at least 3 hours, because it's going to have to get that meat to be tender. Once it's tender, you're done. Serve it. Enjoy. So, thanks so much for watching today. Please subscribe, please hit the notification bell, do all those things. Come and join me on Big OGGIE Golf, Kelly and I here on Big OGGIE World. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because a lot of people aren't watching, they don't know it's happening all the time. And we'll see you very soon. I'll show you a picture of this plated up, but quite frankly, it's a beef stew. It's not going to look the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll taste amazing. Bye everybody, hope you enjoyed my last 2 recipes. Hope the family will too.